Hey, what's up everyone? Morey Croson here, and we have a new star in the making in Letsile Tebogo, and we'll start the video right now. This is the newest edition of the Performance Lab.
Reach your individual goals. You don't want to just talk about straight line speed. We also want to talk about your ability to be quick. We break down your video. Let's make you into the quarterback I know you can become.
All right, so we're going to be breaking down Tebogo here in his 100 meter. He obviously made a really big bang today with his World Championships run of 994, winning his heat, beating the really old-timer Johan Blake, a consistent, really top sprinter. Even at Simbini, he beat him as well. And so this is really a huge performance. And not only that, he also is now the world record holder, even actually was since April. He's been the world record holder for under 20 and being the fastest under 20 ever, and he really just turned 19. He turned 19 on the 3rd of June, so he still has like a full year to be able to not only beat this 994, which by the way he did very, very easily run that 994, but he also has so he's probably going to run a better time just this weekend, but he also has a full year to continue to train, continue to get better. There's not a lot of information about how tall is he. I would guess he's probably around 6'2". I was looking around on like World Athletics and on Google and stuff like that. There's not a lot of information. He ran 996 on April 30th, and then he obviously ran that 994 earlier today. And so let's go ahead and break it down. Let's see some of the things that he does really well. We'll go and see the first step, some of the key things that we like to look at for 5'2", back down at 7'2", right? So he's able to get that first foot down. Oh, no, he's down at 7'6". So he's down at 0.24 with that first step. Excellent first step. It's a little wide with the first step. Okay, gets that second one down, 0.10. He's back off at about 0.16, which is good, probably a little bit before that. This isn't obviously the best video ever. 0.12 on the third step. Excellent job of being able to stay down, stay patient. Does a great job of being able to pull that leg back. That fifth step wasn't great though. He got this foot a little bit high too early on this fifth step. Wasn't great. You could see like this step here with the 6, he did a better job of coming straight through. I love the landing position. Let's go and look on the right here. Let's see how far we can go back. Okay, I love that right there, right? So we could see in this position how high that heel ends up being off the ground. He might be slightly, a little too outside with his landing position, right? He's pretty far on the outside part of the foot, or I guess a little bit more towards like the middle outside part of the foot there, I would say, instead of being able to get that foot all the way underneath. But either way, he's able to land very quickly. I love his push-off angle there. That looks really, really good. Boom, landing. This one looks like it's in a better position. We don't get to see the exact moments it's happening, but it looks like he's definitely landing with that heel more straight back, able to transition off the ground very, very effectively there, and just has a very strong position as he's landing, which is very important. That drive phase at the beginning seems to be a little bit an area to improve right after the third step, so that goes into like step 4. Step about 4 through, probably like 20-ish for him. I would say more that front half. Okay, so I'd say maybe 4 through 12, 4 through 12. Those steps could probably get a little better. There seemed to be a little bit of inconsistency going on there. But then from 12 to 20, did a good job, again, staying patient. He's one of the last guys to be able to lift his head up here, and he's working on his cycle. He's building his speed, and then once he gets here, he looks very, very relaxed, very, very in control here. Doesn't even look like he's trying, and he's beating some of the all-time best sprinters in the world, and again, just making it look very, very easy. He's also running a 994, and I mean, he ran that whole time, right? I mean, he kind of let up a little bit right there, but he ran that whole time. He had a lot of respect for the guys that he was running against. He wanted to make sure he got to the semifinals, but I still think that when he has the highest level of competition, that he will be able to continue to run at higher and higher levels. So definitely somebody to be able to continue to take a look at. If we had a little bit clearer video, and I'm sure we will later on in the week, we'll be able to take a look at him and give us a little bit better breakdown. Looking at his arms, though, I do want to say, look at how far back he gets those hands in comparison to the hips, right? We see that a lot with guys that are just not able to generate as much overall force when they're sprinting. They're not able to get that same type of extension, that same type of pullback. When you want to be one of the best, the fastest people in the world, you got to get that ability to pull back. And you can even see as he does that, look at how much hip extension he gets, right? Look at this, look at this. This is great to be able to take a look at. Look at how he pulls that right arm all the way back, and he gets so much extension in his hip that his spine actually ends up leaning backwards, right? Like he's going backwards now with his spine because of how much hip extension he's creating, how much force he's creating, which is going to give him that ability to move forward when he's going through and pushing off, right? Because that makes it so now he gets that horizontal action. So he toes off, right? And as he's toeing off, he wants to be able to drive those hips forward. Look at how well he rolls those hips through, right? If we look at this pelvis here, that's what we're looking at. Look at how he rolls those hips through. That gives him the ability to generate a ton of force and makes it so he's able to pick up a lot of distance per step. So being able to maximize that hip extension is critical when it comes to being able to run fast. And that's why you have to be able to develop those hamstrings, develop those glutes in order to really be able to reach high levels in your sprinting. So yeah, as always, guys, if you like the information, go ahead and click that thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel so we can continue to make videos like this for you. We have a lot of videos to be able to help you in understanding your sprinting, to be able to see some of the top sprinters in the world. I always love when we have the world championships or really anything going on to really help us in being able to really break down any sprinters or top events. I wish they were having more events. I just recently made a video, I'll make a link for it, that went into the thing that I think is really killing track and field, which is that there's not enough events. Like there's some great competitors here that I'd love to be able to see more often, but we don't get to see very often because of the lack of events, the lack of marketing, the lack of really creating controversy within the sport. And so being able to see these events and see new guys that are coming onto the stage is very, very exciting. Obviously, Tebogo is going to be somebody that's going to be staying here because he's only 19. And so, by the time he's 24, 25, I'm sure he's going to be competing for world records, or at least getting close to it, and also competing for gold medals. So yeah, guys, again, thanks for watching. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe. Talk to you soon.